What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at our final episode in our journey, taking a look at all three Descendants movies. This is the third and final one in the trilogy, before we start going into spin-offs and sort of the next generation of the story. Because Descendants Rise of Red, I don't class that as a Descendants movie. I class that as like a spin-off or like the next generation of the story. Because it's just not Mal and her gang. It's not Carlos. It's not the main guys who started it all. So I don't really class it as the main sort of line of Descendants movies. So without any further delay, let's quickly shuffle on over to Disney Plus to watch this movie, because that's the only place you can watch this movie now. So without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say. So Descendants 3 is a family musical which takes place in 1 hour and 48 minutes. It is PG and came out in 2019. It is a 6.4 out of 10, so it has a lower rating than the first one, and you can watch this on Google Play, YouTube, Amazon Prime, and also Disney Plus. So Mel, Eve, Jay, and Carlos, the children of the notorious supervillains, damn, I wouldn't call them supervillains, but okay, must return order to Oridon after Audrey, who is jealous of Mel, steals Maleficent's scepter and terrorizes the locals. So how this movie starts is we have the new year starting at school, starting at Oridon, and the main four go back to the Isle of the Lost to pick a couple of children to move over to Oridon to start a new year at school. I do believe they pick twins from Captain Hook's sidekick, I forget his name, and they also pick the Mad Hatter's daughter, and that is just confusing a little bit because the Mad Hatter actually appears in Rise of Red and lives in a completely different place. But anyway, they go to Oridon, and then the ex to Ben, the Beast's son, the person that he dumped to go with Mal for, is really jealous and doesn't like their relationship, so she steals the scepter from Maleficent. She goes to the Isle of the Lost, takes the scepter, and turns everyone to stone, and basically becomes a villain in her own right. And whilst these guys are in the Isle of the Lost, they'd actually get turned, so they head back over with the help of Uma, Hook's son, and another pirate boy. They travel over and basically, just look around to try and stop her. They're constantly arguing, constantly fighting, and they eventually find her. Mal turns into a dragon, stops her, and basically turns everybody back from stone to human. And that's basically the plot of the movie. Again, with these made-for-TV movies, the plots aren't always that exciting, they're not that dramatic, and they don't always have the highest budget. Especially with these Disney movies, it's always the same sort of actors. They're like the Disney Channel kids, and this movie was, it did come out in cinemas. It came out on Disney Channel, which no longer exists, unfortunately. They removed it because Disney Plus is now a thing, so instead of having Disney stuff for free, you have to pay for it, which ultimately sucks. But the costume design is actually really cool. Everyone is dressed really sort of in primary colors. We have Eve in like blue, Mal in purple, Carlos in white, and then I do believe like Jake is dressed in like red-ish, and then Uma is also like a darker blue. But the songs are really sick. The songs constantly get stuck in my head. They're all in my Spotify playlist, so you know they're good. And if you want to go check out my Spotify playlist, you can check out the link in the description, which will take you to everything that I have to offer as a content creator, from my Instagram to my Facebook to my Snapchat, Cameo, Reddit, Discord, everything like that. And I'm honestly think the CGI has improved. Again, this did come out in 2019. The budget might have also improved as well because of the first two being absolute bangers that everybody loved. So I feel like because the first two did well, they were willing to put a little bit more money into this one. So the budget is a lot higher, so the animation CGI for certain parts is a lot better. But then again, the talking dog isn't. The mouth on the talking dog just doesn't fit. It looks terrible, it looks awful, and I think it personally doesn't work. The talking dog's mouth just isn't it, but the prosthetics on some of the other characters is actually really cool and really interesting, and actually fits the vibe, because we have Ben turning into the Beast, which actually makes him look like the Beast. Like, he has so much prosthetic makeup on, it looks quite sick actually. He is dressed up as like the Beast and looks really fucking cool. The story isn't that exciting, but the actors are quite good. They are some of the best that Disney has to offer, and they acted their asses off in this one, I'm gonna be honest. It is obviously still that sort of Disney Channel acting where it is a little bit cringy in places, but they still acted to the best of their ability, and I think they did pretty well. We even have Mel sort of going to see her dad, so we have a little bit of a world expanding, a little bit more character building and character arcs from Mel sort of accepting her dad, or sort of going to reconcile with her dad and basically just get closure from him being a dick and disappearing all her life, which is something that she needed. And then we also have Evie getting like a love arc with her falling in love with like a nerd, and then sort of having a whole song whether she was going to kiss him, whether it was true love or not. And I'm going to be honest, that song wasn't needed. That's my least favourite song of the movie, and it was my least favourite scene of the movie as well. They just sort of danced around his knocked out body for a bit and debated on kissing him or not, which, I don't know, I felt like it took too long and it just wasn't exciting as the other scenes. One of my favourite scenes is where they were dancing, singing, and fighting the armor. I thought that was a really badass moment because it really sort of starts the trust and the team up that Uma was having. It really sort of kickstarts it off with everyone sort of getting more buddy-buddy and friendly with each other, which is always really nice to see. But other than that, I do think it deserves a little bit higher than what IMDb gave it, because it is one of my personal favourites. So I am going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Again, it's not perfect, but it is still really good, and I do recommend that you go watch them if you do have time. They are a good trilogy of movies, and they're gonna bring out more. So if you want to stay up to date with this story and the lore, you might want to go start getting on that and watching it. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. Hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.